welcome to Steps Ballroom Online. This is going to serve as our Week 4 recap video for our Swing 1 live stream class series. If you'd like to be a part of our future live stream classes, you can reach out to us via email at dance@stepsballroom.com. You can also find us via our social media links, which are down in the description. Make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell as well so you receive updates for all of our future recap video postings. Now for this session in our Swing 1 class, we're going to be tackling the second of our 3 two-arm sequences. This is going to be our cuddle position. We're going to start working arm work before we move on to footwork. So let's get started. So as the second of our double arm turn sequences, our cuddle pattern is going to immediately follow the window. So after we've rotated our follower around out of the window and we've come back to double hand position, this is where we're going to be starting. Just like with the other pattern, we're going to tackle arm work before we tackle the footwork. So this is just going to be fuzzy feet here as we bring our partner through the motion. The cuddle is going to be like leading a reverse turn for the leader with the left hand, but we're not going to let go of the right hand to left hand connection. So at the end of the basic step, before going into the cuddle, we're going to lead that same prep across that we did in our reverse turn sequence. We're going to bring our partner in. They're going to start going through the reverse turn, but instead of us countering our bodies to match them, we're going to stay in place and bring them to us. We're not going to let go of the bottom hand. We're instead going to use this to guide them in beside us in the hip, locking the arm down over top into our side-by-side position. This is our cuddle position. Aw. Now, we're going to be here for just a moment. Then we're going to guide our partner back out the same way that they came in. I'm going to lift that left arm to right arm up. I'm going to use my forearm to guide them so that they end up back in front of me. The forearm guide is important because if we don't do that, there's an every opportunity for the follower to rotate away from you, and then we're not in alignment at the end of the pattern. So we're going to use that forearm to push back to the line that we want them to go through to put them right back in front of us. Now, you may end up having some weirdness with the hands at the end of the pattern. That's okay. Just flip them back over to standard double hand pattern, and you're ready to go. Let's do that again from one more angle so we can talk about the alignment as we bring them in. So as we bring them into the motion, this right arm, again, is going to pull them so that they end up beside us as we do the gesture. If we don't adequately do that as a leader, there's every possibility that we're going to rotate them, and they will back straight into us and will collide in the motion. So as we go into the reverse turn going prep across, the right hand to left hand connection is going to pull down to the hip to guide them in so that we get to here. Now looseness here in the arms is important because we'll actually be taking a couple of triples at this time. And if we're too tight in the motion, we're going to be so tight against each other that we're going to bounce on each other on the hips as we're right beside each other. So this has got to be loose and relaxed. This is not squeezed. Now we then are going to lift that left arm back up, guide them with the forearm so that they realign with us here, and then shift the handhold back to normal position. Now the footwork for the leader on the cuddle motion is all about not doing as much as possible. The reason for that is that the normal directions that we would move for the cuddle are going to make bringing them in and holding them beside is somewhat difficult. So as we dance our first basic leading into cuddle, we have basic step, trip, full step, rock, step, prepping the lead to bring them into the motion. For the duration of this pattern, we're going to take our triples completely under our body in place. So our next steps are going to be triple in place, triple in place. We have them beside us, rock, step. We're going to let them out. We have triple in place, rock, step, and then now we'll return back to normal basic, trip, full step, rock, step. So we're keeping our basics entirely in place as we're bringing our partner into and out of the pattern. Now, since we're in place, the question is begged, why don't we just stand in place and bring our partner to us? The goal here is to keep the triples moving so that when we get them out, we are on the correct foot already with them. We don't have to make that 50-50 guess going into the next step to restart ourselves in the pattern. Also, we're going to keep that triple in place, but we're still going to have a little bit of body motion through the ankles and the knees. We want to minimize the action through the hips, so we don't want to see this because we'll slam into our partner as they're beside us. We want this to be more completely contained through our ankles and our feet and our knees as we go into that gesture. So again, leader's footwork all the way through is basic step, triple step, rock, step, triple in place, rock, step, triple in place, rock, step, basic step, triple step, stopping there. Now the follower isn't able to just take basics in place in this. We actually have to curve into and out of the motion. The type of footwork we're going to use to curve into is going to be that sideward circling turn that we used in the reverse turn. Matter of fact, until we're halfway through this pattern as a follower, we won't know whether this is normal reverse turn or whether it is cuddle. So leading into it like you're expecting it to be reverse turn is the appropriate way to approach the pattern. So we'll start here from our basic step. We dance basic step, triple step, rock, step. He's prepped that reverse turn. We're ready to start a reverse turn. Even though he's going to hold on to this hand, we won't really recognize that until we're about halfway through. So this first step is going to work just like the reverse turn, turning into the motion, right together, right. Now we have a sense that he's not going to let us go and let us continue to rotate. Instead, he's going to hold us here. You are either already going to be right beside your partner, or you'll be slightly in front of your partner. If you're already right beside your partner, your next three steps with your left foot are triple in place. If you're slightly in front of your partner, your next three steps are going to move slightly backwards with it, going triple step until you nestle in beside your partner at the end of that moment. Now we rock together side by side with ourselves in that cuddle position, going rock, step. We turned on the first triple coming in, and then tripled in place on the second triple. On the way out, we're going to reverse that exactly. So the first triple is going to be in place or slightly forward. The second triple will be the curve out. So as we go here from rock, step, our first triple is triple in place. Our second triple is curving the same way that we curved in, but using the left foot, going triple step back to our partner. Rock, step, recovering normal handhold. Basic step, triple step, rock, step. Now the danger on that second curve, which will be somewhat mitigated by our leader's lead, but if our leader is a little soft on the lead, as I step, rock, step, you'll dance triple step. There's a danger that if you over-rotate, you'll end up curving over here, and then our partner who's still here is no longer in line with us. So you want to target to be back in front of your partner. So my partner's here, rock, step, triple step, rock, step, trying to return to where I was at the beginning of the pattern sequence. Putting that all together, all the way through from a basic, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, triple step, rock, step, tripling in, triple beside him, rock, step, triple beside them, tripling out, rock, step, basic step, triple step, stopping there. Now that we have the arm work and the footwork together, let's take that with our partner. So we start here with our basic step, 5, 6, 7, 8, triple step, rock, step, triple step, rock, step, triple step, rock, step, basic step, triple step, rock, step. Again, with doing this with your partner, you'll notice that we turn the follower in on the first triple, but then we delay the follower coming out until the second triple. So as we take our basic here, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, triple step, triple step, rock, step, triple in, triple beside, rock, step, tripling forward, tripling out, rock, step, basic step, triple step, rock, step. Now we have the cuddle pattern total. We want to put it together with the rest of our sequence. So we're going to start with one swing basic, moving into follower's natural underarm turn. We will return to basic in between each pattern. So after natural turn, we'll return to basic to follower's reverse underarm turn. We'll return to basic with leader's side pass. Those are our 3 single arm turn sequences. The end of side pass will return to basic, dancing the window sequence. At the end of the window, we will go return to basic and add our cuddle, repeating from that point to the beginning and looping through again. Now let's take that whole sequence with our partner with the music. Tempo before you go is triple step, rock step, ready, 5, 6, 7, basic, triple, natural turn, back to basic, reverse turn, back to basic, side pass, back to basic, window, turn the lady, back to basic. Here's the cuddle, bring him in, letting him out. Back to basic, and repeat the whole series from there. So keep working with that material. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us via email or social media, or you can place a comment below. We would be happy to respond. Make sure you like and subscribe. It really does help us out here at this channel. Otherwise, keep practicing, and I will see you in our next lesson.